be far more important ones than that. If I can just introduce to our panel to start with, starting at this end, our brand new General Manager, Davide Longo. Okay, next to that we have someone I'm sure you'll recognise, our Chief Executive, James Elston. Coming out this end, someone I'm sure you'll recognise, our Captain, Glenn Morrison. Sam, after he got a cheer, do you want me to do you again? Okay. Okay, our head coach, the man with the twitchiest fingers in Super League, John Kear.
I like you, Mark. Yeah. Building up.
And last, and I've been told to say definitely not least, our brand new chairman, Mr. Andrew Glover. Andrew, I'm going to come to you with the first question, if that's okay. We'll get straight on. This one's from Tony Morris. I think it's a big one as well. Please tell us this is now a Richardson free zone.
Are there any in the room? Yes, it is a Richardson free zone.
Brilliant, cheers. We've got one from Andy Dye as well. Again, I think for you, Andrew. Obviously, you've taken over the club. You've been here a matter of hours or days. What state was the club in when you arrived?
Mucky. I don't know. I got to see a lot of the... sorry, can you all hear me? I've got to see a lot of the background stuff that the fans don't get to see. The team hasn't changed that much that's actually run all the back office. The actual day-to-day stuff hasn't changed that much, and I think that sort of stuff was working pretty well. You look at the community side, that was working absolutely bob on. James was doing a good job, these guys are doing a good job, so it was only really the proper board decisions that weren't all going the right way. So they're the sort of things that we're going to be working on to make sure that they work right. That's fine, isn't it? Okay.
Cheers, Andrew. Okay, this one is from N. Young. I've got here, is that correct? Someone's phone's going off. Is it correct we intend to spend... Those hidden microphones again. They're not that well hidden, actually, are they, in front of you there? Is it correct that you intend to spend up to the full salary cap by the end of the year? And with the greatest amount of respect, if so, where will the money be coming from? Andrew or James?
Oh, James can do that by all means, yeah.
The money will be coming from him.
No, you.
If you all attend the games. No, the reality is it's an option that's available to us. I think more so, and John would concur, that there's possibly not the players available to do that, and we wouldn't waste money. But what it does mean is that when we sit down with John and discuss where we're going forward and what we need to do to add to the team over various times, there is the scope to add to the team if and when needed. As of Sunday, I think he's got too many players. He didn't have that many last week.
He's got a choice. He's got a choice.
So we've now got a few more available. So as he brings, we're hoping the administrators might get rid of a few more this week, so they could carry on as we go on. But no, in all seriousness, the opportunity is there thanks to Andrew. But that opportunity will only remain if we can get the continued backing like tonight. I don't think anybody has a bottomless pit. And I don't think we should expect anybody to have a bottomless pit. So we'll do our job up here right, we'll perform as well as we can do, and give you something that you can be proud of and that you're happy to spend your money on, and we can all enjoy it and all know that we've played a part.
It's funny that just before the guys come up on stage, I mentioned to Andrew, I said, you give them a day and they managed to fill the bar, which I've got to say I've not seen other than match day before. And he said, yeah, that's impressive. He says, but I've given him a week to fill the stadium, so all being well Sunday. And we packed to the rafters. Okay, this one's from Martin. Where are we going to be playing next year?
We don't know yet, is the honest answer. We've options open. With the ground that we're at now, we've got a lease to take us until the 31st of December. through the purchase that I've gone through with the administrators, it was always said that we don't have an option to renew that at all. So we sit here now saying that we're going to be here until the 31st of December. Now, when we get a little bit further down the line, we'll be opening them discussions back up again, because whether we're in Super League or whether we're in Championship, we still need a base, we still need a head office, we still need somewhere for the reserve teams to play, and we still need somewhere for us to train. So we would like to stay here as a business. If we're in Super League, we're going to be most probably going to Oakwell. There's nothing signed yet, but the discussions have all been started and all been opened. But until we find out about Super League, we don't really know the actual answer to that. It is our preferred option to stay here as a business and as a reserve team, and just function from here, because it's all set up for us, really. But as to if we're in Championship again, we'd love to play here if we can. If we can't, we've got other options that we can't confirm one way or the other what they'll be, but we've got thoughts and we've got plans going on in the background. But our focus is going to be on getting Super League, so that's the most important thing for us. So we don't really want to look at the Championship playing ground, really, do we? Okay.
Fantastic, cheers, Andrew. Realistically, again from Martin, what are the chances of that happening and us staying in Super League at the end of this season? I'll come to Dav if I can on that one.
Sorry.
Well, obviously we've got a Super League licence criteria to meet. We tick a lot of the boxes in there. We mentioned community. We're looking at a grade A licence in community, really. Commercially, we do very well, and we meet the criteria commercially. Other aspects of the criteria we're not so good at, but we are working towards that. So for me, I'm confident that we can submit a strong licence. I think there'll be other teams who are probably looking over the shoulders now that we're more settled with Andrew at the helm of the club. But yeah, we've got a few issues, but I'm sure we can submit a strong licence and hopefully retain our place in Super League, and obviously that's where we belong. That's where I believe we belong, and that's where next year we'll hopefully be playing.
Can I add something? When we were going through the discussions with RFL and me getting my permission and all that kind of stuff, there's been a lot of speculation about whether there's been a deal done in the background one way or the other. Well, I can categorically say no, nothing at all. But what I would say is that if you looked at the three clubs that we all expect to be, one of us is in the firing line. 2 weeks ago, we were definitely bottom of the pit. And I don't think there's no point glossing over it. That's where we were. So any changes we make are going to lift us further out of the pit and take us closer to getting the decision that we want. I'd have said 2 weeks ago we were probably 90% certain we would fail and 10% chance of actually getting it. And our job until the 1st of April is just to change the balance, make it so that if we get it to 50-50 chance, I think we'll have done bloody well, to be honest, because we're so far behind at the moment. But the advantage we have is we're all trying our hardest to get it, and there's other clubs they're not even going to see us coming, so they won't be prepared for what our plans are and what we're intending doing in the background.
John, I'll come to you if I can. This is from Neil Hagyard on the same sort of subject. Will John be staying if we don't get that Super League licence?
You answer that, John.
That's up to the chairman. My contract's up at the end of this year. I've been here now since 2006. I've enjoyed totally the trials and tribulations and the good times as well. It's been like a roller coaster ride, and the last few weeks have been really, really difficult. But then you get the real joy of sport, and Andrew was fortunate enough to be there, and James as well as the players over in Catalan. And that's the true joy of sport, when you feel that all's lost and everything's against you, that a group of players can go out there and really play as one, as a team, as a unit, and pull something like that up. And that's basically what we're trying to achieve. And as I say, whilst ever the enjoyment's there, and the enjoyment is there, and my enthusiasm's there, I'd love to stay here, but obviously it's up to Andrew, Jim, and it's up to the team, because if we keep playing how we played on Saturday, they don't have any option.
On that note, I'll come to Glenn with this next one that works out quite nicely. Glenn, obviously We lost to on the first round of matches. The second round we put in a hell of a performance over in Catalan. I've been asked here, what is the spirit in the camp? How are the lads feeling now?
Yeah, the spirit's great at the club. It's a good bond. We're all mates, and I think the job that John did, getting rid of the players that probably didn't want to play for the shirt last year and bringing in people that want to be on the field, want to play for the Wakefield shirt. It's half the job already done. So everyone that takes the field wants to be out there and work their butt off for each other, want to get the results. And I think on the weekend we showed that. We had young boys coming up, a couple making their debut. It looked left, looked right, and you knew that they were going to be there playing for you. And even against Cats, I thought, given some different situations with the refereeing, I thought we could have had a result there too. So we're guaranteed we'll get a few more results and hopefully back it up this weekend and jump over them and get rid of that -2.
I'm going to just mention, I'm sure Glenn was told tonight that he was to wear jackets. And that's the closest we get. We're doing well that he's not wearing flip-flops, I reckon. Okay, I've been asked here, come July we haven't been awarded a franchise, but feel we've not been judged fairly. Will legal action be an option?
Thanks, Tom. I suppose it depends who's in. We've worked hard with the Rugby League over this process, and I have to say, despite what some of the public opinion might be, in terms of helping this club find a new owner and secure that that person was the right person, and that they were fully aware of what they were getting themselves in for. Some of the directors of the Rugby League have been absolutely fantastic in terms of making sure that throughout that process all the players and staff were paid when they had really no reason to do so. I think the Crusaders is an easy one to draw attention to, that they've been in special circumstances, and it is a difficult situation for us as a club who probably don't feel like we've had the help to be judged against them. But in reality, we've been in administration. There's only us caused that. There's only this club that's caused that. And we've got to be honest with ourselves. We can't change the history. We can only do what we do going forward. If we've got £1, we'll spend 90 pence, and we won't spend any more. And we're going to make sure we generate more money so that we can spend it. And that is the reality. Let's stop blaming other people. Let's look inside ourselves and do things right from now on. And if we do that, we won't need to take legal action, because we'll have been to the council, we'll have a definite date on when the stadium's going to happen, we'll have asked the right questions, we'll have got some reality and some time scale, we'll have put a licence application together that nobody can read and think these are a team that deserve to be in Super League, and we're responsible for his own outcomes, and in that case we can all be proud again. So I wouldn't start judging us against anybody else until we fix this club, and every day that goes by we are fixing it.